Your flight has just landed. Through the window, you see the aircraft slowing to a stop in the middle of a vast concrete expanse. Inside the cabin, the captain's voice comes over the speaker. "Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be waiting a few more minutes before moving to the gate." Many people would call that place the Tarmac, but in truth, that name is not as accurate as you might think. Tarmac. You hear the word on the news, in Hollywood movies, and perhaps you have used it yourself for every black asphalt surface out there. In the technical language of aviation, an airport is divided very clearly. The strip where aircraft take off and land is the runway. The path where aircraft move along the ground is the taxiway. And the place where an aircraft actually stops to board passengers is called the apron or the parking stand area. But the material laid across these areas is almost certainly not tarmac. The truth is, we have been walking on it, driving on it, and taking off from a perfect impo store. So, what is the thing that is truly holding up the modern world? And why has a material that vanished long ago continued to fool billions of people? To answer that, we need to go back to a time when roads were not nearly as smooth as they are today. Welcome to Everyday Things Explained. When roads were dust, mud, and stone. In the early 19th century, traveling by road was not pleasant. When the sun was out, wheels crushed the road surface into dust. When the rain came, the dust turned into mud. And the more horse-drawn carriages passed through, the more the roads sank, broke apart, and became difficult to repair. In the year 1820, a Scottish engineer named John Loudon McAdam introduced a solution that changed history. Instead of using large stones, he used multiple layers of small crushed stones packed tightly together. When wheels passed over them, the stones locked into one another, creating a road surface that was more stable and better at draining water. That method was called macadam. Macadam was a major step forward. It was cheaper, flatter, and more durable than older roads. But it still had one stubborn problem: dust. Every passing wheel wore down the upper layer of stone. Dust rose into the air, material was carried away, and the road slowly weakened. Macadam was better than dirt roads, but it still needed a kind of glue to hold everything together. The birth of tarmac. The breakthrough arrived in the year 1901, completely by accident. The English inventor, Edgar Purnell Hooley, was passing by a steelworks when he noticed a spill of coal tar across a macadam road. Strangely, that patch had no dust at all, and it was incredibly hard. He immediately began experimenting. By taking tar, coal tar, and spreading it over a crushed stone structure, he created tarmacadam, or in short, tarmac. The tar locked the stones in place. The road no longer produced dust. It resisted water well, and it was remarkably smooth. Tarmac became a perfect answer for a world that was beginning to shift from horsepower to machine power. But the world never stands still. The age of automobiles and heavy transport had begun, and tarmac revealed a fatal weakness. Coal tar was highly sensitive to temperature. In the heat of summer, it became soft, sticky, and clung to tires. In freezing temperatures, it became brittle and cracked apart. Under the pressure of millions of tons of goods, tarmac slowly gave way. The true ruler, asphalt. That was when asphalt, or what we commonly call asphalt concrete, officially took over the world. Many people assume tarmac and asphalt are simply two names for the same thing, but their core ingredients are completely different. The difference lies in the binder. Tarmac uses tar derived from coal. Asphalt uses bitumen, an extremely thick, extremely sticky compound produced during the refining of petroleum. The second difference is the era they served. Tarmac suited light traffic in the early 20th century. Asphalt was built for trucks, highways, dense cities, and modern airports. The third difference is the production process. Early tarmac could vary more in quality. Asphalt is mixed in factories with precise proportions, making it more uniform and easier to predict. And finally, there is language. The real material, known as tarmac, has largely left modern life. But the name remained. When someone says, "The airplane is on the tarmac," they are usually referring to the apron or the airport surface in general, not the real material, called tar macadam. So why did asphalt win? Because bitumen is extremely stable, yet remarkably flexible. It allows the road surface to breathe, expanding and contracting with temperature, while absorbing enormous weight from vehicles without breaking apart. Asphalt is tightly controlled, in factory proportions, laid down while still intensely hot, and compacted into a dense, solid mass. More than that, it is extremely easy to repair. All you need to do is cut out the damaged section, heat the area, and compress a new mixture into place. In fact, asphalt is now one of the most recycled materials on the planet. The name that stuck by mistake. Now we return to the airplane window. True tarmac, in the strict sense, has now almost gone extinct. Airports today use high-strength asphalt or massive slabs of reinforced concrete. The name tarmac still survives for one simple reason. Language has more inertia than technology. It is like the way people call sticky notes, post it, or say Google it whenever they want to search for something online. In a humorous way, tarmac was retired decades ago. But every single day, its name is still called back to work. The next time you hear someone mention tarmac, you will know you are standing on a fossil of linguistic history. And speaking of those black roads, if asphalt is so dark and absorbs light so strongly, then why can those thin road markings shine so brightly through heavy rain, mist, and car headlights? That is another surprisingly strange mystery. Thank you for joining us. Do not forget to hit like, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you do not miss the answer in the next video. See you again inside the wonderful hidden layers of the world around us.